A poor child from a forgotten village, barefoot on dusty roads, with nothing in his pocket but hunger in his belly. The world had ignored him. The rich never looked his way. Governments didn't care. But one night, this boy made a decision so shocking, so genius, that it changed the world forever. He hacked $1. Not from one person, but from 1,000,000 different accounts. A single dollar that nobody noticed, yet together, it turned him into the richest child on earth. But what he did with that fortune left the entire planet speechless. His name was Arjun, a 12-year-old boy living in a small hut with his widowed mother. Every day he walked miles for water, skipped meals so his mother could eat, and studied under a flickering streetlight because they had no electricity. Arjun wasn't just poor, he was invisible. The world cared about billionaires and celebrities, but not about children like him. Still, he had something that no one expected, a gift. He loved old computers, broken ones thrown away by city people. With spare wires, cracked screens, and his mind sharper than any textbook, Arjun taught himself coding by reading scraps of online tutorials. One night, as rain poured through the roof of his leaking hut, Arjun whispered to himself, "If the world doesn't care about me, then why should I care about its rules?" He didn't want billions. He didn't want mansions. He just wanted enough to feed his mother, and the children around him who went to sleep hungry. And then, an idea struck. What if, instead of stealing a fortune from one man, he stole just $1 from everyone? It sounded impossible, but Arjun spent weeks coding, testing, and building a secret program on that old computer. He created a silent algorithm that moved exactly $1 from millions of bank accounts around the world. $1, small enough to go unnoticed. No alarms, no alerts. Just a ripple in the digital ocean. And then, one night, he pressed enter. The program ran. $1,000,000 appeared in his secret account. Then 10 million. Then 100 million. Within days, Arjun was the richest child alive. And yet, not a single person complained. Who misses $1 in a sea of transactions? Nobody. But here's where Arjun became different from every other hacker in history. He didn't spend a single cent on himself. Instead, he built schools where there were none. He bought food for villages forgotten by governments. He gave poor families land, seeds, and tools. One by one, starving children smiled again. One by one, abandoned villages came alive with hope. People called it a miracle. They couldn't understand who was behind it. Food trucks appeared, hospitals were built, debts were erased. All because of a boy who had stolen a single dollar from everyone, but returned millions in kindness. Soon, whispers spread across the internet. Economists scratched their heads. Politicians grew nervous. Billionaires stayed silent. But ordinary people, they didn't care. Because in their eyes, whoever was behind this act wasn't a thief, he was a hero. And Arjun, he never revealed his name. He didn't want fame. He didn't want power. He only wanted justice for the forgotten. So tonight, remember this story. A poor child who became the richest child in the world, not by greed, but by genius. Not by keeping money, but by giving it away. Because sometimes, changing the world doesn't take billions. Sometimes, it just takes a single dollar.